On today's episode of Megadad's Live, we're checking out Nintendo's all-new Splatoon Raiders. We're giving our review of Spider-Man Brand New Day, and we're discussing the unwanted influence of AI on the video game industry. Make sure you like this video, subscribe to the channel, because Megadad's Live starts right now. Megadad's Live is a mature-rated podcast. It's for the Megadads, the Mega Moms, but not the Mega Kids, so put on those earmuffs and let's go! Tom Holland's back in the tights for an all-new Spider-Man movie. This one's called Brand New Day, and it sees the MCU Spider-Man in a much more personal and character-driven adventure. Not to say that this movie lacks in action. This movie doesn't lack in anything. This is probably my favorite of the MCU Spider-Man films. I really loved No Way Home, obviously for the homages to the history of Spider-Man, but as a standalone adventure, and this movie does really stand on its own 2 feet, I just found this movie to be pure summer entertainment. The best of what Marvel does in these summer blockbuster films. Gives you characters that you love and want to root for. It gives you action and a very forward momentum story that is tied to the personal story that is being told. Peter Parker is in a very vulnerable place. Obviously, if you follow these Spider-Man films, you know after the last one, he was really left down in the gutter. And the beginning of this movie really sees how Peter has progressed in the last few years, what he's been up to, and really what he has been up to is diving all the way into his role as Spider-Man. This film, Spider-Man Brand New Day, is a movie all about wrestling with the duality of life, right? We all have our obligations and we all have who we are in our core as people. And how do you balance those two things? Spider-Man is the extreme of that, obviously, but there's something resonant about what this movie is saying about who we are, who we choose to be, and how who we are at home doesn't necessarily have to be a different person than who we are in our responsibilities as adults. We can find a way to bridge those things together, and that makes us a more whole and complete person. That's really what I felt the story was of Brand New Day. And man, this movie really hits you in the gut. I cried multiple times during this movie. Just incredible drama, incredible acting, incredible character work. They kind of strip the grandiose Marvel a little bit. There's no multiverse stuff happening here. I'm not going to spoil anything that happens in this movie, but it is scaled back. It is more, I think what a lot of people are saying is a street level Spider-Man movie. And I think that tracks. There's a lot of fantastic elements in it. Obviously, I mean, this is a movie about a guy who has hybrid spider DNA that gives him superpowers. But at its heart, this movie does what the best MCU films have done, and that's deliver a film that's just as much about the person as it is about the hero. The action in the film is fantastic. The effects are really good. The stunt work is really good. The characters, there's a lot of characters in this film that don't necessarily have huge parts, but they go a long way to making Brand New Day feel like it exists in the broader MCU. I think that's been one of my main complaints as the MCU has grown and gotten bigger and bigger, is you'll have these movies, these experiences that are telling stories where all these heroes exist. And you're always wondering, if X, Y, and Z is happening in New York, why isn't so-and-so there? Why isn't this person getting involved? And there's little tastes of reconciling that in this movie where, you know, you'll see some familiar faces. They won't be in major roles, but they're there to give the world this more lived in feeling, like it exists firmly in this well-established Marvel universe. And I really appreciated that. I thought that was fantastic. There's going to be a lot of Easter eggs in there, a lot of nods to other shows and movies. So if you are a super fan like I am, you're just going to be eating this up like candy. Spider-Man Brand New Day is probably top 10 Marvel films for me, MCU films for me. And I think it's my favorite Tom Holland Spider-Man movie. Really well done. And it's obviously it's making crap loads of money. Go see it. Go see it in the theater. This is definitely a film that deserves that fan experience. Surrounding yourself with other Marvel fans in the theater on a summer afternoon is like, man, that's the best. That's absolutely the best. And it's a great lead up to Doomsday. I mean, I have full confidence that Marvel Studios knows what they're doing, and they're going to deliver a knockout punch with this next MCU installment. Megadads is for everyone who loves gaming and the community that surrounds it. We're all about fun, fully grown, and we want you to be a part of everything we've got going on here. So what do you get when you subscribe to youtube.com/Megadads? Weekly podcasts from your favorite Megadads personalities, reviews on the latest games, reaction and analysis on the latest industry news, Gameplay Thursday videos showing off what we do on the sticks, travel logs from our trips around the world, small talk segments where we try new things with our kids, live community events like our holiday specials, and so much more each and every single day. You don't want to miss a minute of the fun. New Megadads videos drop each and every weekday, whether it's our long-form content like Megadads Live, or maybe it's one of our short series like Off the Shelf, a look at retro gaming. Please subscribe to youtube.com/Megadads today and tell your friends to come too. We're building something great here at youtube.com/Megadads, so subscribe today and be a part of Fun Fully Grown. This is Megadads.
So Adam, hi Adam. It's time for this. Press start. Splatoon Raiders is a tactical looter shooter developed and published by Nintendo. Zach, I played Splatoon Raiders this last night because it came out. It's kind of wild. Have you seen Splatoon Raiders?
I have not. I heard everyone says it's really good.
Yeah, have you? Have you heard it's really good?
I've heard it's fine, and then I've heard it's good. It's kind of like what happened with Crimson Desert. I've heard it's great, but I've heard it's really bad.
Wow.
That's what I keep hearing.
Anyway, so I boot this game up, and I jump in. Now, I am by no means a multiplayer Splatoon expert. I very much love Turf War and all those experiences. This game plays almost identically to the campaign mode inside of Splatoon mixed with the salmon run mode. So basically, you're in this environment with, oh god, what is the name of the band? Deep Cut. You're hanging out with Deep Cut, and you're going on this map with your weird rusty vehicle thing that you found that you got like shipwrecked. Your helicopter crashes, and you're in this island full of the salmonids going to these big giant raid battle areas. This game is wild. So basically you go into what is a very small version of the campaign platforming levels of Splatoon, and then you fight these giant salmonid bosses, and then sometimes you like go in and they're like, man, there's salt everywhere, and you go down underground, and then you're in like an underground salty cavern where the more salty these creatures are, the bigger and scarier they get. And you're shooting these things to collect loot and stuff. So looter shooters are this very common, interesting space for me. It's like I want to be involved in these. I want to play and collect materials and stuff to upgrade weapons and all that stuff. But like none of these games click with me because I am not. This is not the genre for me. Splatoon though, third person, ink shooting giant weird salmonid guys. Totally on board. 100% ready for this. It is crazy, fun, addictive. Collecting upgrades is awesome. It's the part of the single player for me in Splatoon that was missing. That I wanted a reason to play it. I wanted a reason to unlock stuff, and stuff just for the multiplayer isn't worth it. But big upgrades to make my big giant robot smash more things or get more gadgets and that blow up more guys or increase the amount of ink I have or the speed I can go or how fast my shots are, like all of this, man, is awesome. I don't care about the characters. I don't care about the story. It drives me up a wall. All these guys are annoying and obnoxious. It is not the game. Like, that is not the part I'm in here for. I'm in for fighting giant salmonids. You can jump in with your friends. I have not done any of that yet. If you need help, I need help. Please help. Somebody come carry me through this campaign. It is now available on the Switch too. It's fun. Zach, are you going to play this? Are you interested at all?
Potentially. After kind of hearing what you have, potentially.
Okay, so it wasn't.
I knew nothing about it. Yeah,
it wasn't on your radar at all.
I didn't get it. No, I didn't buy it yesterday.
No, well,
I forgot it was coming out. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it came out yesterday, and it is, as of this recording, it is super fun. Get in there, get upgrades, and you can press start to play. It's actually kind of weird. It jumps kind of right into the game. You're all of a sudden a helicopter crashing onto weird salty island of salmonids. It's fun. I think if anybody's got a Switch 2, this is an absolute must purchase because it's a budget game. I don't think it's a technical showpiece by any means. I think like it is. It looks like Splatoon. It's clean. It's gorgeous, but it doesn't like push the hardware to any extent. Maybe it's the amount of stuff on screen. But if you're into like looter shooters, or you're just in the concept of like collecting gear to upgrade weapons and get more explosions, like, man, this game is fun. It is super fun.
Yeah.
Finally, single player Splatoon. This is what I've wanted. And Salmon Run was never the same. It was too like limited by time in Splatoon 2, and the modes never really made sense. There are more like missions and complex stuff that I haven't fully unlocked, but most of the time it is jump in, get the things, take the treasure. Like, that is it. You're collecting a bunch of gems and stuff to upgrade your weapons and your gear and all that stuff to just take down bigger and bigger bosses. And I'll play this game probably through its end. Thanks for tuning in to the Mega Dads Press Start segment. We do Collect Play Talk, where we talk about collecting video games and all sorts of stuff over on the Collect Play Talk YouTube channel. I'm Dave. That's Zach.
This program is powered by Megadads Boost, our public support program. You can join at patreon.com/Megadads. For over 10 years, Megadads has been bringing you the best in podcasts, reviews, interviews, family fun, and so much more. As an independent media organization, we rely on audience members like you to help support what we do, to ensure that Megadads can continue to bring you the great content that you enjoy. If you've been watching, listening, or playing along through the years, please consider lending your support by becoming a member of Megadads Boost. Memberships start for as little as $1 a month, and you can start collecting your Boost rewards from day one. Rewards like art cards, early access podcasts, reviews, gameplay clips, and so much more. Please visit patreon.com/Megadads and become a member today. You can help us continue to make more of that Megadads coverage you've loved over the last 10 years well into the future by becoming a member of Megadads Boost. Let's talk about AI in gaming. Full disclosure, I am a person that absolutely hates artificial intelligence. I hate AI. I hate how fast it's coming. I hate how it's spreading into everything, right? This is not a tool or a trend or a fad that exists in one corner. This is something that affects all of us on some level, some more than others. But I wanted to talk specifically about how AI is seeping into the cracks of the video game industry. Just this last week, the developers behind Stellar Blade and the upcoming Stellar Blade Blood Rain released a music video for the upcoming game, some sort of promotional video that sees the main protagonist of that game moving around, singing, dancing, shaking, all sorts of stuff. A very odd kind of promotion for the action game, but I mean, I feel like this next game, they really want to K-pop the shit out of it, right? They want to make this person an idol. They want to make this character kind of like the selling point of the game. And if you played the original Stellar Blade, I guess that's not too much of a surprise, because a lot of the visual language of that game was all about the female figure at the core of that game. So Stellar Blade Blood Rain, this was shown off at Summer Game Fest, and now they're promoting it with this music video. The reason I bring this up in the conversation of AI is because it's an AI generated music video. When the trailer for Stellar Blade Blood Rain was revealed at Summer Game Fest, a lot of people were thinking that thing smelled to high hell of AI. I have to admit that when I saw that trailer, I thought it looked great. I thought it looked fantastic. It blew my mind. The Blade Runner look of the world, the city, the cyber city, and all the robot hybrid people that live in there. I just thought it looked awesome. And then I read all of these people's impressions and investigations of how they thought that it was AI generated. And I was like, man, that sucks. That really sucks, because I liked Stellar Blade. I didn't play it from the hornball perspective. I played it because I thought it was a really cool action third-person narrative-driven adventure game, which is what I like. That's what I like. So to see them leaning into this AI, seemingly leading into this AI-based development, I was not excited about that. And the fact that this music video comes out, and it is clear, it is in the title card of the video. This thing is made in collaboration with their AI development team. So this is where we are. This is where Shift Up is with Stellar Blade. The music video, it's a bit of promotional work. So you could say, hey, maybe they just did it for the trailer. Maybe they just did it for this promo work. But honestly, from everything that I'm reading, it sounds like there's a different relationship with generative AI where this game is made than what we have here in the States. I think generative AI, by and large, is frowned upon, especially the younger set like us, the gamers. We tend to not like the way that people are using these tools to sidestep actual human creativity. And so after this music video came out, I found myself really conflicted, because there's been a couple of things over this last summer. There have been a couple of instances where games that I'm very excited to play have come out and admitted that they are using AI tools to create the product. So how do I feel about that as somebody who is very staunchly against the use of AI? The developers behind two of my most anticipated games have disclosed that they are using generative AI in the production process. I don't know how to feel about it, because everybody's kind of using these tools in a completely different way, and they're talking about them in totally different ways. The folks behind Stellar Blade are not ashamed that they're using generative AI for their music video, for their promotions. It's kind of just, they're just saying that's what they're doing. And then you have the folks behind Tomb Raider Legacy of Atlantis. Crystal Dynamics has tried to kind of get out ahead of it with some PR speak. They did an interview with Alex Van Aken of Game Informer, and they tried to kind of downplay the use of AI, and it was in a very defensive posture. If you watch the video, which is on Game Informer's YouTube channel, you can see that this producer, he's very specific with his verbiage and with his words, because I think a lot of people know, now that they're in the thick of using these tools, how gamers feel about it. Either it's too late to walk it back, or people with a higher pay grade are making these decisions and they just have to kind of smooth it out. I don't know what exactly it is, but you can tell by the way this guy talks about AI, how it is a tool that you can kind of use on throwaway assets, time-wasting tasks, to kind of refocus the team on bigger things that is more worth their time. Placeholder assets, right? Concept art, things like that. And when you're called out on it, when they're asked to specify exactly how these tools integrate with the game engine, whether or not they'll be replaced, things like that, that's when the lawyers come in and shut the whole thing down. That's all we're willing to talk about right now. I watched that video and I felt really gross, because here is Tomb Raider, one of my favorite games of all time, getting a remake that is so exciting. Looks beautiful. I'm pumped to play it. Everything that I wanted this franchise to go back to. and they're using AI to make it. Along those same lines, Crazy Taxi World Tour, Sega has said that AI is an optional tool for developers to use to help streamline their processes. Again, they've clarified for Crazy Taxi, AI was used to create background environments that would then be subject to final review by humans, by real people. Doesn't say they're going to replace them, doesn't say they're going to redesign them. Just people are going to look them over to see if they're good enough. So that leads me to believe that Crazy Taxi is going to have final assets that are completely AI generated and then just given a stamp of approval by some sort of quality control. I don't like this. I hate this. I tried to make a very hard line about generative AI in my personal life. When I see mutuals using AI thumbnails, goddamn, man, I've seen some creators that I used to have a lot of respect for using generative AI promoting their content. Makes me sick. I unsubscribe and I unfollow these people because it's insulting, man. I am an artist. I am a creator. And to see people use these tools for the expressed purpose of not having to involve a real artist or actual creativity, it's a slap in the face, both because it takes work off of the plate of actual artists, right? Like people like myself actually used to be hired to do that kind of work, but also the whole foundation of generative AI is it's stealing shit from across the internet. It is literally the theft of artwork from actual creative talent. The whole idea of it sits like a rock in the pit of my stomach. The fact that it is already so pervasive in the gaming industry, it's just something that pisses me off, but also like it makes me question, how am I going to engage with these products? To be completely real, I'm probably still going to play Crazy Taxi. I'm probably still going to play Tomb Raider Legacy of Atlantis. Does this make me a hypocrite? Yeah, I think it does. And so I'm struggling personally of how to reconcile these two things, my hatred of generative AI and my love of these games and the industry that creates them. I don't know. I don't know where I sit with that. I would love to hear your comments. Make sure you drop your thoughts down in the YouTube comments section, because this is something that I genuinely struggle with. And I would love to know how other people are wrestling with this, because I don't know how I feel. And the fact that I'm struggling with it makes me a little upset with myself. I feel like I should be a little more hardline about it, and I'm finding it difficult to do so because it's corrupting my favorite things. Does that stop me from playing these games? I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do. More than 12 years ago, Megadad started as a place for an older generation to go to talk about their love of video games. We know that just because you get older doesn't mean you stop having fun, and gaming will always be our passion. But just as people grow and change over the years, so has Megadads, and that's why today's Megadads celebrates fun, fully grown.
We know your interests are broad, ours are too, and while video games will always be at the core of what we do, we're dedicated to showing you all the ways we celebrate fun, fully grown here at Megadads.
Whether it's playing the latest video games,
checking out the coolest movies,
finding the rarest cards,
unboxing amazing collectibles,
or simply exploring the world around us,
you can be sure you'll get coverage of the best that life has to offer. There's so much to enjoy in this world, and we here at Megadads are dedicated to showing it to you. So subscribe today and come by every day, because this is Megadads, fun, fully grown. And that sound right there is the caboose. Thank you so much for joining us for this episode of Megadads Live. Before we go, we've got a recommendation of something outside the world of video games that we think you might enjoy. And I want to recommend that you go to the farmer's market. Here in Minneapolis, we have an amazing farmer's market, and we took the kids this weekend. The smells are so amazing. All the authentic food made with locally sourced produce. Can't beat that. They had awesome drinks. Obviously buy a lot of the ingredients that are used to make the food that you can buy from the vendors, but they also have things like clothes and jewelry and freshly cut flowers. And above all the things that you can eat or buy at the farmer's market, what I really love about it is the cultural diversity. I'm so grateful to live in a place like Minneapolis area that is so culturally diverse. And all of those people are out at this Minneapolis farmers market. You see all sorts of different ethnicities, people from different walks of life, the LGBTQ plus community. I love entrenching myself in situations that are unique and different, that opens up my view of the world. And I love exposing my kids to that as well. And to see on their little faces the appreciation of all these new and different things and sights and sounds and smells and tastes. It's the best thing as a parent to expose your kids to cultural diversity. It's the best part of living in America is how diverse it is and how free we are to be different and to be together. That's when we're at our best, is when we are different and together. And it just gives you a bigger and broader appreciation for the world and the people in it. And that's it. That's this episode of Megadads Live. Thank you so much for watching here at youtube.com/Megadads. Thank you for listening on your podcast player. Thank you for supporting at patreon.com/Megadads. Make sure that you subscribe to the channel and come back tomorrow for more fun, fully grown. We'll see you next time on an all new episode of Megadads Live.